a really funny guy, and this is his podcast, In the Rye. It's the In the Rye Podcast. Curt Fletcher.
Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. This is episode 42 In the Rye Podcast with Curt Fletcher. I'm your host, Curt Fletcher. Sorry, it's been a while since I've been recording. It's been kind of a crazy month, and it's hard to line up schedules with people who are also busy. So anyway, we got an awesome guest today, comedian Neil Rubenstein. Could be Rubenstein. I'll have to ask him. Comedian Neil Rubenstein. I'll figure it out. He's from New York City. I met him a few years ago in Colorado Springs. We were doing the World Series of Comedy satellite week there, and I think we're on a show together. And just super nice guy, very, very funny. And he's been on a lot of stuff. I wrote down a list of stuff he's been on. He was on Flight of the Conchords, Important Things with Demetri Martin, The Sopranos, Girls, 30 Rock, The Mentalist, The Blacklist, and some other stuff too that I didn't write down. So I'm super excited to talk to him. He's also going to be on my 20-year anniversary show Thursday, August 5th in Albuquerque at Edelweiss. So I'm super excited that he's going to be in town. So let's go chat with Neil, everybody. Well, cool. Thanks, Neil, for being on the show. Where are you at right now, Phoenix?
Come again?
Are you in Phoenix right now?
Yeah.
Okay. How's that going?
Phoenix, Arizona. It's been a disaster.
Why is that?
I lost in the contest. The Friday night show got canceled. So I just have like 3 days off.
Oh, really?
On a weekend in an expensive hotel in the hottest place on earth.
Oh,
and then yesterday I got like sick because Thursday I got I guess I got dehydrated and didn't realize it.
Oh shit.
So Friday I was just like I was in awful. Phoenix, I don't ever have to come back to Phoenix.
That's good. Man, I got dehydrated a few years ago on my way to Detroit, and I got kidney stones because of it. That sucked. So stay hydrated.
My God, I hope I don't get a fucking kidney stone.
No, that would be terrible. That's like the worst pain ever.
I'm usually pretty good. Yeah, I don't want that. I spoke to my ex today, taking care of some business, and I brought up that I got dehydrated, and she was drinking so much water. I was like, yeah, that's how much I was sweating. It's like that's how bad Phoenix is.
Oh yeah, especially in July. Jesus. Yeah, I try to avoid Arizona in the summertime. It's pretty brutal.
Yeah.
When are you coming to New Mexico? Yeah, you should have.
I arrive tomorrow.
Oh, cool. What else shows are you doing around here?
I'm doing Sidewinders for Sarah Kennedy.
Cool.
On Clovis on Tuesday. And Jamar Hall's show on Wednesday.
Sweet.
And then your show.
Hell yeah. Yeah, Albuquerque, it gets hot.
It's a full week. I hope
it'll be fun, man, for sure. It'll be a fun
I'm looking
week.
forward to it. I'm really excited. Yeah, the end of this run shaped up real nice. 4 shows in 4 days in New Mexico, and then I think I've 10 shows in 8 days in the Denver area.
Mm-hmm.
So it's ending pretty strong. So
that's great, man. When did you start the tour that you're on?
Well, technically June 30th, I guess, but I left Long Island. I haven't since I think it's like since April 1st, I haven't spent more than 14 days in the same place.
Oh wow.
Something crazy like that. Like I was thinking about that today. Because once I was able to start doing shows again, like because I had broken my leg. I'd broken my leg around Thanksgiving. And as soon as I was able to walk and stuff, I just started booking shows. So, yeah. So April
That's awesome.
11th. Yeah. So April 1st, I was out for the weekend. And then I was home, yeah, maybe 12 days. And then I was on the road till, Jesus, looking at this. I was on the road till May 22nd. And then I was on Long Island from the 23rd to the 3rd. And then I was in the Northeast, like Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Connecticut for a couple weeks. And then I left again the 29th. So the 28th, I had a show in New York, and that was like the first show of this run.
That's cool, man.
So,
do you have a favorite spot
28.
you've performed so far?
That's like the toughest question in the world. First of all, I love everything. Like I love the country. I love like driving around. I love so that's like a really tough question. But like as far as like clubs go, McCurdy's is probably my favorite club. Or the Wichita Looney Bin is
Okay.
like has always been a fun time.
Yeah, I was just there a few weeks ago. Wichita.
Yeah, Wichita one. Yeah, I love that room.
Yeah.
And I guess like for like showcase shows and stuff, like the old setup in San Francisco was unbelievable, and that place Red Saloon in Pacific Beach was unbelievable, and the Hideout in Boston is super cool, especially the old room. That was so dope. I don't know, man. Everything I like. I'm whatever boring like that. Like everything's great. You know what I mean? Like
No,
play
that's
a
not
pizza
boring at
place
all,
in
man.
Bakersfield, and I'm like, this is unbelievable.
Yeah. No, I feel the same way, man. Like, yeah, I've been going to some of the clubs for years and years and years, and I still absolutely love it. Like the Wichita Looney Bin's one of them, and yeah, it's just always a blast there. The staff's cool, the crowds are great. The merch sales aren't great, but
like, at Wichita, but
yeah,
Looney Bin, the merch sales are ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's so weird. Like that's a good run. Like if you do those two rooms, it like evens out.
Oh, totally.
like oh, I did what I would normally do, but all of it at the one.
Yeah.
So Sarah Kennedy, I'm assuming you know Sarah from your town.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Sarah was like, we can do Sidewinders, we can do this bar, or we can do like something small on my patio. And I was like, yeah, let's do I was like, I want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Ended up with Sidewinders, but but that's where my head's at is like, I want to do a living room. I want to do a backyard. I want to do a basement. I want to do a pizza place and a hair salon. Like I want to, I don't care. Like I don't, whatever the fun, cool, interesting thing is, like, I mean, obviously certain places are more ideal for comedy than other places, but
yeah,
I think a salon would be awesome. I think, I don't know.
Yeah, I performed at a B&B place in their backyard a couple weeks ago in Montrose, Colorado. Airbnb.
Oh, cool.
In the backyard. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Advertising shows, bring your own chair.
Yeah. I think the craziest place I ever performed was under a freeway here in Albuquerque.
That was crazy. I want to do that.
That was, it's supposed to be in this big field and it was a couple comics were going to perform and like a punk band, and then whoever organized it didn't think it through, and the big lot that we showed up at was right by the FBI building in Albuquerque, so it got shut down like super quick. So we moved everybody into this arroyo underneath the freeway, and it was like this perfect spot where like there's a helicopter flying over and they couldn't see anybody because we were all packed so tight underneath the freeway. So like this punk band was playing, and then me and some of my comic friends got to perform, and like it was fucking amazing. I wish they would do that again.
I want to do that. I want to do that. Yeah, we should do that tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, if it rains, we're not going to do that. So a few people died last week in the arroyo.
Oh, from drowning?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So maybe not. Because if it rains.
What is that? What is the arroyo?
The arroyo it's kind of like a ditch that, goes through town, and that's where like a lot of the rainwater will go.
Oh, like an aqueduct or something?
Yeah, kind of.
Like where they have the drag race in Greece?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite place to play?
My two favorite clubs that I work are Hyenas in Fort Worth and Laughs in Tucson. I don't know. Have you been to either of those at all?
No, I just went to Fort Worth for the first time 2 weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great club, man. The crowds are just amazing. Like I was there in May, and then I had to go to Oklahoma City after that. And it's it sucks going from Fort Worth to Oklahoma City because the crowds in Fort Worth are so great, and then Oklahoma City they're kind of slow, and it's like, God damn it.
I love Oklahoma City. I might be moving there. I think.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. What's why are you planning on moving there?
Well, I'm moving somewhere, and I've always been fond. So there's a suburb called Edmonds.
Edmond,
and I have a good friend there, and I've always just been super fond of that town and city, and it's closer to more stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like New York is, I don't know. I have like a tenuous relationship with New York. So.
Yeah, you've been there all your life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've toured my whole life too, and it's been like, it's like 2 hours just to get out of New York.
Yeah.
In Oklahoma City, 2 hours, I'm in another city.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. To me, that's...
Yeah, I used to live in Norman, which is, just south of Oklahoma City. Yeah. And then, I lived in Tulsa for probably 3 years. I think I was living in Tulsa when I met you. I'm pretty sure. So I think I met you in, was it 2017 Colorado Springs?
I believe so.
Does that sound right? Okay.
Yeah,
I was living in Tulsa at the time. I do love Tulsa a lot more than Oklahoma City. I'm not sure why. I don't know. I think it's more of an artsy town than Oklahoma City, probably. But Oklahoma City's great. It's it's a big city, and
Tulsa is. You think?
What's that? I like Tulsa. Yeah, Tulsa's pretty cool.
I was just. Yeah, I'm really sorry about the Wi-Fi here, man. It's hotel Wi-Fi.
It's all good, man. Yeah. That's why I never record my podcast when I'm in hotels because I never know what's going to happen. But yeah, I get it, man. So man, that's cool if you moved to Oklahoma City. Dallas is only 3 hours away.
Yeah. So Fort Worth and Dallas super close. Austin's super close.
Yeah.
Houston's not too bad. San Antonio's super close. and then Wichita, Kansas City, St. Louis, Tulsa,
Yeah, you
Little
do
Rock.
that loony bin
I mean,
run super easy when you live in Oklahoma too.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't like spoken to anyone yet because it's not official.
Mm-hmm.
But once it's official, I'm gonna reach out to the Looney Bin guys and just be like, listen, I'll host them all. You know, if it's more work, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you'll probably get a couple weeks at each club per year. I mean, you know.
Yeah, that's
so that would be
like I'll just.
That'd be great, man. That's what I used to do in Albuquerque when the club was open here, and I started out. Like I think it was like 2006. I did 13 MC weeks here. It was nuts.
Yeah, I mean, it sound I sound like a dick, but like in New York City, I'm like, I always joke like I'm like 1,503rd on the list.
Yeah,
in New York, but like in OKC, I got to be like 7 or 8. No,
you know, for sure. Maybe higher than that.
I got top least. And like guys willing to host, I got to be in the top 5. I can't.
Oh, dude, yeah, he'll be in the top 2, I bet.
Justin Smith is above me, and then who?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, Justin Smith. Yeah, I know that guy.
Yeah. I mean, he's willing to host, but you know.
Yeah, he hosted one time. I was out there.
He's better than me, but after that.
Well, that's great, man.
He's a killer. I met him.
Yeah. He opened for. I was featuring one time when I was there, and he was hosting. And he did great. And then he ended up moving to New York right after that, I think. But yeah, super funny guy. How long have you been doing stand up, Neil?
Um, 6 years, I'd say.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah.
It's not very long at all. For some reason, I thought you had started sooner, but that's cool.
Well, I started like I did like 2 years in like 07, 8, 9. But real lackadaisically.
Yeah.
And I wasn't good at all. But I had like a bunch of TV credits back then.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting spots that I just didn't deserve and shouldn't.
Oh, because of the credits.
Be doing. Yeah, and I didn't know, I didn't respect it.
Gotcha.
And then like it started to catch up to me. Like, oh, I'm terrible. I gotta get out of this.
That's probably why I thought you've been doing it for longer, because I saw your credits. You know, you're The Sopranos and Flight of the Conchords and stuff like that, which, you know, those have been away for a while. So
yeah, exactly. It's like it's funny too, because it's like I have like those are good credits. Like,
oh, those are great. Yeah,
that, but they're so old. It's like I can't. I mean, none of this. You know what I mean? It's like if I, those guys where you're like, oh, you've seen him on Letterman and Carson. It's like,
yeah. Even Last Comic Standing now. Yeah. So is that what like how you kind of
TV credit is a channel that doesn't exist anymore?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
Sorry, you're cutting out, and like I was already on a new conversation.
Yeah, I know.
No, I was going to ask you
the Wi-Fi here.
Yeah. I was going to ask you if you started out like wanting to be an actor. Is that kind of how you got into that, or no?
Oh, no. I started out because I ran an illegal poker room in New York.
Nice.
And my buddy was producing a show for Spike TV, a casino show. And he needed an on-air dealer who would act as a gambling expert.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, do you want to do it? And I was like, sure, I'll do it. And then it lasted forever. And I met a ton of people in that industry. So I just started really just dicking around, Like the host of the show was Steve Sharippa,
Okay.
who was on The Sopranos at the time.
Oh yeah.
And he was just like, "Oh, come down, come do an episode." So like,
that's cool.
I would just go down and be in episodes.
Yeah.
and then from there, it just like kind of moved on. It was like, oh, I meet this guy, and he'd be like, "Oh, come here." And then like I met people that don't even remember me. You know what I mean? So like, I met like that dude. I think his name was Peter Rosenberg, the DJ in New York, like the hip hop DJ. I met him, and he was like, "Oh, I'm doing Fly the Concords. Come hang out." And I went and did Fly the Concords, and then like, they needed, like, they were trying to figure out a joke, and I just overheard them, and I was like, "Oh, what about this?" And they were like, "Oh my god!" And they used it, and then cool. So I got like a writing thing. I was like, all right. I was just falling backwards into stuff. Like, I met Edie Falco on, I forget where I met her, maybe on our show, and then I ended up doing like 3 shows where like I was like a feature or background, and then she was in the scene, like 30 Rock, Nurse Jackie, some other thing, like all accident, like all, you know what I mean, like and like none of these people. Of the people I've just mentioned, the only person that would even remember me is Steve Sharippa. He's like a very nice guy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, the guy who used to own the comedy club here in Albuquerque, his agent was Steve Sharippa in Vegas.
Steve, yeah, because
he used Steve's to book like a big comedy Riviera. Guy. Yeah.
Yeah, so like when I started doing comedy, like he would reach out and be like, "Listen, whatever you need, let me know. I know everybody." And I just never felt like I was good enough to use those contacts.
Yeah.
But he's always super helpful, and yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, my boss used to always play me voicemails from him. He's like, "That's fucking Steve Sharippa." I was like, "Man, that's cool."
Super cool.
Yeah, I heard he's great.
Very good guy.
Yeah. How cool. That's awesome. So when are you planning to move? Do you have a set date?
Well, I don't live anywhere right now.
Yeah.
So after Albuquerque, I go to Denver for a week. And then I'm going to go to Oklahoma and check out my buddy has a room for rent. So I'm going to go check out the house. I mean, in my head, I already live there, you know?
Yeah.
It'll be official. So
cool. Edmond's a nice area too.
Dude, I love Oklahoma City, man. I love Edmond. And
yeah.
I've always had fun, good people, and like positive people. Like,
yeah, I'm sure the Midwest is probably a lot different than New York. I've never been to New York or anywhere on the East Coast, so I don't know. I've met people that were from the East Coast, and they're definitely a lot different than people in the Midwest. I grew up in Iowa, so it would be a total culture shock for me if I went to New York.
Yeah, maybe going the other way. It feels weird. Like, I don't know, because I'm sure you have too, but I've traveled most of my adult life. Like I started touring in like 94 or 5, and I started touring as a professional in like 98. So I don't know if for me, like everyone's the same. Like,
yeah,
everyone's pretty, you know what I mean? Like definitely politics in 2016 and on has like separated us like in weird ways. But I think at the root of it, like everyone's pretty much the same. Like we're all looking for the same things. And I don't know. I feel like individually, we're all good people. It's like when you put us in a group, we tend to say some dumb stuff, but
for sure.
I think individually everyone's, looking out for everyone and holding the door and smiling and, just you catch people on bad days or you catch people in like weird moods. And I think just maybe in New York or LA or, Chicago, you tend to have bad days more often, And so you're catching people on bad days more often.
I could see that. Yeah, for sure. Well, so when you said you were touring as a professional, what were you doing back then?
Oh, it's like tour managing rock bands.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you look like a rock and roll kind of guy.
In like 90, not anymore. No, I just look like an old man. It catches up to you quick. But yeah, in like 94, 5, I started touring with like my bands.
Okay.
And then 98, I started touring with other bands professionally. And I did that to like 02 or 03. And then, opened a poker room and started the TV stuff like pretty, maybe like a year apart. And then that stuff lasted to like 07-ish. Started doing stand-up in 07 to like try to like recapture the glory of television, That didn't really last. It just didn't take. There was some like the writer strike like affected me because I was trying to write and it just like it put like a bad taste in my mouth, like all the things going on, and like it was like a hard reset for young writers, I think, or new writers. And then I went back to touring, and then I tried something else, and then I just started doing this.
Okay, so you've always been kind of in the entertainment industry. That's cool.
Yeah, always been in entertainment. And I always had like kind of the same philosophy on it too, like I've always just been very DIY about it, and I just want people to have a good time, you know what I mean? Whether it's going to a rock concert and enjoying yourself, and like I've always been very focused on the fan experience, like when I was touring with rock bands, it was all about like, so I have not friends because I don't know them, but people that still pay attention to what I do, because like one time in Manchester, England, a group of kids couldn't get into a show, and I like nudged open the backstage door, and I was like, "Oh no, door looks open to me, guys." You know what I mean? And like those kids still, you know what I mean? Like
that's cool.
Like one of those kids came to a show in New York City once and was
really
like, "You don't remember me, but," and I was like, "That's the fucking coolest thing I've ever heard of."
I love that, man. That's super cool. Yeah, I had a guy let me into a concert that I got kicked out of. It was like one of the first shows I came to in Albuquerque after I moved here, and I'm trying to think of who it was. It was Korn and Rob Zombie, I think, and I got kicked out right before Korn started playing, and so I threw a soda at a security guard, and that didn't go very well. So I got kicked out. A bunch of other people got kicked out, and there's a really cool security guard that let us all back in. So that was cool. I don't know who he was or anything, but I would definitely go see his show if I knew he was performing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the bands you toured with, anyone I would know, you think, or no?
I don't know, maybe. I toured with Kitty. Kitty.
Yeah. Did you do a show here in Albuquerque with them?
Yeah, in like 11.
When was that?
In like 11 or 12.
Okay. Well, I went and saw them here. You said Kitty, right? I saw them here in 2000. I skipped a college
Oh, I
final
would have.
to go see them. And so we got there like super early. And we started chatting with this guy out front because he had like these cool mittens that he was wearing. And my sister liked them. So she was talking to him. And then I noticed he was wearing this jacket. It said Straight Up on it. It was a tribute album to the lead singer from Snot. And I was like, where'd you get that jacket? And he's like, oh, Lynn was a friend of mine. And so I started talking to the guy, and it turns out it was the singer from Drowning Pool that we're chatting with. So Drowning Pool was the opening band that night. Like they hadn't been signed at that point.
Not too long after that too. Huh?
They hadn't been signed at that point. So so I got a chat with them after the show. I thought they stole the show. Like they put on an awesome show. And Dave was super cool, and he gave me his email address because they ran out of merchandise on the tour. So he gave me his email address, and I emailed him. He ended up sending me a T-shirt and a CD. It was like a 6-song CD. And then like a couple months later, like they were on Ozfest and like just fucking blew up like crazy. And then they came to town a few months after that and played. I think they were touring with Disturbed, and I got a chat with the guitar player. He recognized me and my buddy, probably because we were wearing the shirts that he sent us. But but yeah, it was pretty cool. And then Dave died shortly after that. It was pretty sad.
I mean, I don't know about they, but between them or management or something, I had gotten the invite to audition for them when he passed after he passed away.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because my old band, whatever. My old band's new band was like I don't know, on their label or producer or whatever.
Oh, really?
Whatever. But yeah,
That's
I got
cool.
the invite to audition, and I didn't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I tour with I tour a bunch, like Taking Back Sunday. I tour with Motion City Soundtrack, band called Rival Schools, which is Walter from Quicksand's band. Yeah, it's like a past life,
Yeah, that's cool, man. It's a cool experience.
Yeah, I like stories for days. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, I bet. Yeah. I grew up a few blocks down the street from a guy who played with Alice Cooper. He was Alice Cooper's original guitar player. And so sometimes if he was outside, when I was walking home or something, I would stop and talk to him and stuff like that. And fuck, he was the coolest dude. He would always tell stories and stuff. And then, we got to know him pretty well. So we'd always just go to his house and listen to stories. And I remember one day he had Jimmy Page's phone number sitting there. I was like, hey, is there any chance you'd let us prank call Jimmy Page? He's like, nah, I can't do that.
Jimmy Page's daughter was an ill photographer, and she was in New York all the time.
Really?
Yeah, we've met her like on a million occasions, because she would shoot all the bands we were friends with.
How cool.
Yeah, she was around all the time.
She pretty cool?
I guess she was fun. Yeah, I don't really remember her. But yeah, she was around.
Yeah, that guy.
She might have a million daughters. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah.
Like maybe just
Well, you cut out there. What'd you say?
Who's there? I don't know the detail. Like, does Jimmy Page have one daughter, or does he have like 400 from?
Oh yeah.
Like from a million different women.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't know.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
The one we met was nice. I don't know.
That's cool. Yeah, I watched. I think I watched a documentary about Kitty, and they seemed like they'd be pretty cool to hang with.
Oh, dude, they're the coolest. They're the coolest people on earth, man.
Yeah,
they're so cool.
That's cool.
yeah, I had a blast hanging out with them, and yeah, we're still friendly.
Cool.
They're the coolest.
Are they still like? I know they're not a band together, are they anymore?
Mercedes plays in a band called White Swan.
Okay. Is she the drummer?
She
Or
was
is that
yeah,
Morgan?
she was a drummer for them. She plays guitar.
Okay.
I think she plays guitar and sang for White Swan. They're like stoner rock.
Sweet.
And Tara, uh, Tara's a fucking killer. I mean, she might be playing with more than this, but I know she's playing in a country band called Nice Horse, which is an all-girl country band. They're fucking awesome.
Cool.
And he plays guitar in a band called No Joy, which is like a shoegaze band. Also either all girl or mostly girl. But they're killer, and they toured with they opened for Quicksand on a couple of tours
Nice.
past couple of years. But they're killer too. They're from Montreal. They've been kicking around they've been kicking around for like probably 10 or 20 years, but they're a killer band. They are really good.
Nice.
And Morgan does a pod, and Ivy's a mom. I think Ivy just does family shit. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Morgan, I think Morgan's also in like a black metal band. I don't remember the name. I know she does that like Witchfinger podcast, like this horror podcast.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I think I follow her on Instagram or something. I think I've seen her post about her podcast.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So the Landers, that's a cool family. The mom's cool, the girls are cool.
Oh, I
bet.
It's
a good family.
Yeah. Yeah, and they started like super young too, didn't they?
Yeah, I think they were like 15 and 16 when they started doing Ozfest.
Yeah. That's cool.
I remember them telling stories about like hanging out with Pantera, like Pantera were their dad.
Yeah.
Like crazy stories. Like just so funny, you know?
Yeah. You go to a lot of concerts anymore?
Well, no one does now. I mean, when I can, I don't, most nights I'm trying to do stand up, so it's hard. Yeah. If it's a friend or if it's a band I'm like dying to see, like, I'll make it a point. Like my buddies, my buddy in Internal Bleeding, they're opening for Deicide.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to try and make it to one of those because I love Deicide.
Yeah, I saw them once.
And, like if Taking Back Sunday's playing, I'll try to, if I'm near them, I'm going to try to make it a point to go see them.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I know my ex-wife liked them a lot. I don't remember if I ever really listened to them or not, but.
Yeah, I mean, Godfathers of emo, I guess.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was trying to read your shirt, and I still haven't.
Heaven.
What is it?
Outer Heaven.
Okay.
I think they're from Pennsylvania, Western Pennsylvania.
Okay. Yeah, my brother used to be in a death metal band, and he used to hang out with a guy named Don Decker. You know that name? He was a singer for a band called Anal Blast, and he used to say he could tell the band was going to be good if their logo looked like if you stepped on it, it would hurt you.
That's really funny. I saw there was like a meme that was going around recently. It was like
I saw that
hair. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it was like a ripped up seat. Yeah, I shared that on my Instagram, I think.
Yeah. I love that one.
Yeah,
my buddy Phil Evil, he's a graphic designer. Well, he's a Renaissance man, but he made me a cool Neil Rubenstein like metal logo.
Shit. Cool.
It looks so sick.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Well, I mean, what am I gonna do with that?
Yeah. Oh, you could make a T-shirt, I bet. That'd be kind of cool. I bet some people would buy that.
Yeah.
And then people are like, what does that say?
It's so funny because like, I mean, I don't know if it's funny. It's funny to me. It's funny to me because like all my imagery is like super dark and like, I just mock up like metal logos. And I mock up punk rock logos of bands that I'm into.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have one. It's like there's this band Man is the Bastard that I was a huge fan of, and so I just took their whole shit and just changed it to be like my name and stuff.
Oh, cool.
It's like these two skulls, and it's just so funny because it's like if you go see me, like we're not skulls.
Yeah, for sure.
We're not two skulls. But then,
That's
like
awesome.
the imagery is like, whatever.
I've got quite a few musician friends that are going to come to the show Thursday, so that'll be
sick.
Yeah, one of them is my old roommate. He's actually going to play. He's going to play some acoustic stuff before the show starts. So,
cool!
I'm excited for that. Yeah, so he's going to play for like 45 minutes before the show starts.
I can't wait for this.
What's that?
Huh?
Do what?
Sorry, it's crazy. What's up?
Oh, I know. I was just saying, my old roommate's going to play for like 45 minutes before the show starts, so that'll be cool. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, it's going to be a party, man. I'm very excited for Thursday.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it tremendously.
Yeah, I just noticed my good friend Stephen Michael Quesada, who was on Breaking Bad, he's doing a show the same night in Albuquerque. It's like, you son of a bitch.
Oh no.
No, it'll be fine though. We'll get a good crowd. He'll probably have a better crowd because he's on Breaking Bad, but we'll still have a good crowd.
Which guy was he on Breaking Bad?
He was Agent Gomez.
Oh, sick. He's a comedian?
Yeah, great comedian. Yeah, super nice dude too. Like one of the nicest dudes you'll ever meet. Except for doing the show the same night as me. Other than that, coolest guy in the world.
I gotta get you to text me like a list of the places I gotta hit while I'm there.
Oh, for sure, man. Yeah. If you want to do like a little Breaking Bad tour, I could take you around some spots and show you.
Oh, for sure. What days are you free?
Dude, I'm free every day. So like, I have a Monday night I'm doing a radio interview, and then Tuesday I'm going to a baseball game. But during the day I'm totally free.
Yo, let's hook up Monday afternoon.
Okay, sounds great. We just hit the 40-minute. Yeah, dude, that'd be awesome. We'll get you some Mexican food or something. Some real Mexican food, not that Tex-Mex.
I want fry bread.
Yeah, we can make that happen.
I want fry bread. Last time I was there, I had fry bread. It was the best.
Dude, it's so good.
I want some real Aztec cooking or something.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we'll find you something. Hey, what's your what do you got to plug? Plug some stuff before we tune off of here.
And I do all the things that they tell us we have to do. You know what I mean?
Dude, I gotta interrupt you for a second. Your videos that you do with like the CNN stuff fucking crack me up, dude. Those are some of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. Seriously, people, go to his YouTube. They're on there. He puts himself in the video like with Rachel Maddow and stuff like that. It's so funny. It's like one of those ideas where you're like, God damn it, I wish I came up with that. But yeah,
everyone's doing it now. I don't know.
Yeah, it's so funny though, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, I got a couple of podcasts no one listens to, and I got the YouTube channels. I try to be entertaining on there, and then I just want people to come see me live. I am literally always on the road. I have no home, so if you're somewhere and you can't make it to me, let me know and I'll come to you. I got nothing to do.
Well, we'll definitely get a bunch of people out to see you, hopefully, in Albuquerque when you're here. So
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for that show. I'm for that week, man. Everyone I've spoken to from there seems like super cool. And I remember I was there with Kitty and we had fry bread and I loved it. And I
yeah,
can't wait to be back.
dude, that's awesome, man. Well, I'm super excited to see you. Thanks again for doing the podcast. And yeah, let's hang out Monday.
Me, wish the connection was better, man. I feel bad, you know.
No, it's all good, man. It's not your fault. It's the stupid hotels. But yeah, it'll be good. People will listen anyway, hopefully.
Like, fuck this guy.
They might, yeah.
Couldn't get a decent Wi-Fi connection. What is this? 2011? Get out of here.
Yeah, that's why I've been trying to do some in person and stuff like that. So, but it's hard to, I don't know. It's hard to lug my equipment around sometimes. So, but yeah, it's all good. It's all good, buddy. Well, cool. Appreciate you taking the time. I hope you enjoy the rest of your night. Go Mets. I hope they beat the Reds.
Let's go Mets.
All right, I'll see you.
Yeah, I'll see you Monday, dude.
See you Monday, man.
All right, man. I'm excited. I'll talk to you later.
All right, have a good night.
All right, man. Peace.
See you, Neil. All right, that was a lot of fun talking to Neil. Super nice guy. Very funny, too. If you get a chance to come see him in Albuquerque, please do. Especially, he's going to be at my 20-year anniversary show. He's going to do a set. I got a lot of awesome comics on that show. I think we've got a total of 7 comics, maybe, or 8. But that show's Thursday, August 5th. Tickets are only $10. You can get them online right now at funnyfletcher.com. Just click on schedule. It's the first show listed on there. Just click on that, and there's a link to the tickets. Yeah, it's been kind of crazy. Haven't been able to record at all. I think the last one I did was in Wichita, which is over a month ago. So, yeah, apologize about that. It's been, it's been a crazy, crazy summer so far. It's been awesome though. I gotta be on a couple shows, a couple podcasts. I was on the Jarrett Goes to the Movies podcast. We did basketball, and then I was on the BS show. Then I was on a podcast called The Basement Manifesto when I was in Fort Worth. So yeah, it's been crazy. I've been to went out to Fort Worth, did some gigs, then came back to Albuquerque to do a show at a graduation party, which was awesome. Then I went back to Texas. I went to see my friend Jarrett's band, Bowling for Soup, with their 27-year anniversary show. Then I drove down to San Antonio for my daughter's graduation, which was awesome. And then I was in Oklahoma City, Wichita, Iowa. I did my 2000th show. I was in Iowa. That was cool. Got to see a lot of old friends and stuff like that. And it's been fun. So, but yeah, my show is August 5th, the 20-year anniversary show. If you're in Albuquerque, check it out. Unless you don't want to, you can go to Steven's show. That's fine. He's funny. He's a funny dude. I just want everybody to support my friends, We're all trying to, build our audience and make people laugh at the same time. And Albuquerque's got a good scene right now too, so it's really cool. A lot of talent here. It's pretty cool. So I'm glad that shows are back in full swing for now. We'll see if it still happens after a while, but hopefully it does, because I'll be in Reno August 10th through the 15th with Tim Gaither. We'll be at the Laugh Factory. Yeah. That's all I got for this week, I think. Thanks again for tuning in. As always, I've got patreon.com/InTheRyePodcast. I always post the podcasts earlier on there. So if you want to donate a couple bucks, you can hear the podcast before everyone else with no ads and everything. Pretty sweet deal. Yeah, that's all I got for this week, though. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe everything, that helps me out. And Thanks to John Singleton from Anesthesia for outro music. They just released a new album. Go check it out. It's awesome. I've got it on my Apple Music. Listened to it on the way back from Iowa a couple times. Really good stuff. And thanks to Jarrett from Bowling for Soup for intro music. And as always, go check them out. They've got a couple new videos out. So check those out. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll talk to you later. Bye.